this thing turn off? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. As always, it's gonna take a couple minutes to get things going here. Happy to see you all. What's going on here? Give me like 3 or 4 minutes to get set up here and share this live stream real quick. Boy, this thing is slow, huh?
Yeah.
Come on now. Well,
I've been having problems with the Wi-Fi down here today. I mean, the whole week.
well, this is not a good start.
No.
Let's try different.
I mean, there might not be people in here yet, though.
Yeah. Let's try that one.
Oh.
Hang
Is that
on.
good?
No, it'll be fine. Come on. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the slow start here. Maybe this will work better once it actually gets connected. What's this? Alright, I'll go ahead and get these things started at least. There we go. Okay. Will not take me to my channel though. That is like. There we go. Okay. Now we're flying right along. Really boring start for the live stream here. Why does it keep on bringing up reading list? I hate this Mac. I hate it. I just want to click a link.
No, it's not like.
Can I just click a link?
Now it's going to click all of them at once.
Yeah.
Press it.
Alright. Get to this at least. Turn it down. This way we can at least see if there's people showing up.
If it ever will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
there's three.
couple.
Alright, so it's loading really slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not working. Let's try a different one again. Failed to open page. Alright, sorry guys. This is like
This is the most unprepared.
this is the most it's not worked. We got started late,
Maybe we should
and then this Wi-Fi is not running good.
This isn't good.
Hang on. Really sorry. Hang on. Let's try this again.
I'll get it up on
Yeah,
my
if you want to bring it
phone
up on your
for
phone,
the
that way you can
live
at least
chat.
see,
I don't know if
the
that much
questions.
charge, but
Well, you might have to plug in eventually. Sorry, guys. This is not how I wanted this one to start.
my phone won't connect to Wi-Fi either.
Uh-oh.
Well, you can just go on
Yeah.
data for yours. What is happening?
Thumbnail's great.
Thumbnail's great.
Okay, so Brody's on there and Bankman is on there.
Alright.
Let's talk right now.
I'm gonna try one more network.
Yeah, Brody, you can share this with your mom if you want.
Alright. Oh, why is this cannot be joined? Coming closer to the router. No, I'm not gonna run diagnostics.
It actually won't load for me either, though. Even though I am on.
Data.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on. Oh, I'm gonna start all over on this thing here. I wonder if it's even working.
Mr. Scary 90's on. Hi.
This
Alright.
isn't going that well.
I'm aware. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Live now.
How many people are on?
Right now it's saying 3, but my thing's not.
Oh, yeah,
Loading.
I was saying 32.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
signals must be really bad. Alright, here we go. You're live. Huzzah. Okay, now it's working. It's working. Alright. Diva shows my mom. You're live. Huzzah. Hey, guys. Hey, Mr. Scary 90. Okay. So it's working now. Let me get this shared real quick here. Okay. I wonder if I can actually click on a link with this thing here. Alright. Yeah, it's working. Look at it. There we are.
Perfect.
So The three of us are right there. Well, you're going to BBS. Hang on, here, 1 second here. Okay.
Dare leave?
No, I don't think people are leaving. Hang on.
No.
No, he just retracted his message.
Just give me 1 second here, people.
Now we have 7 people watching.
All right. Okay, that's that. And then I wonder if that one guy that hates kids in glasses will
Yeah,
show up
maybe.
again. That'd be awesome.
Don't have kids in glasses.
Hello, the Briscoe 1234.
Briscoe County Jr.?
No.
Put that there. Got it posted 2 more or 3 more places here. One place that the pages actually like here. Tense pack. What's
I
going on?
hate brown-haired guys with glasses.
Who's that one guy?
I don't know. It's JCC2.
You're out of here.
He's back.
All right. Happy Father's Day, everybody. That's
Oh, Vinkman said
out
Happy
there.
Father's Day to you.
Oh, thanks, dude. If you're a dad, or if you have a dad, which most people at some point or another had a dad, happy Father's Day. Do one more thing real quick here. One more post, and then we'll be right at it. All right. Okay, we're good. Let's see. What's going on here? Keaton want to play? Just kidding. Yeah, Brody, he can't play right now. Hey, Briscoe. I hate brown guys glasses. Yes, we're the worst. Why I have glasses around here? So do I. Just kidding. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Every Sunday we try and do one of these live streams now, where we sit down and we talk about current toy news, pop culture happenings, movie stuff. It's kind of taken the place of our old couch reviews that we used to do, that we just don't have that much time to do anymore. I actually put up a new review this week, which is kind of rare. The Marvel Legends Puck series Emma Frost. I just put that review up the other day, and I have the Cyclops one almost ready to go. So I'm going to try and keep some new reviews coming onto the channel of actual toy stuff, and then keep these weekly live streams going so that we can all sit down and talk about all the stuff that's going on. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So the stuff that was shown, or the news for this week, are the Neca Terminator Dark Fate figure reveals, the Anthony's Customs Beast Head went up, and the MOTU Origins line was revealed for San Diego Con, and then there was a couple of little San Diego reveals. Other than that, I think that was everything. Emma Frost said, "Wow, you took words out of my mouth." Oh, it was a joke. Brody's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we'll talk about the NECA Terminator Dark Fate reveals. Did you watch the trailer?
No.
I sent you a text.
I thought you said from the toys.
No, I put trailer on there
I
too.
didn't see trailer.
All right, well he should have shown you the trailer as well.
He didn't.
For the new for the new Terminator Dark Fate movie. So this is going to be kind of tough to talk about because you haven't seen the trailer.
Yeah.
So
You guys can just talk about this part.
yeah, the trailer looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look like a Terminator movie that I have super duper interest in. I don't know. It seems kind of like more of the same Terminator Genesis type stuff. Which Terminator Genesis is not that great. So NECA's doing figures for it. Everybody's kind of rumored that NECA was going to do figures for it. JCC2224 says, I don't know, I feel like the Terminator story had literally nowhere to go after T2, but they kept making them anyways. You were completely right.
That's how I feel about
That's
it.
exactly what happened. And this Dark Fate seems like just another one where it's like, okay, guys, Terminator 2 had a great ending. Everything you add on makes it so the Terminator 2 isn't a great ending anymore.
Yeah, that's how that ends. Judgment Day
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Yeah, if you
Or
end
if you
it...
go by the director's cut, it did.
Yeah, if you end it, if you keep changing it so that the end of Terminator 2 doesn't do anything, then Terminator 2 is pointless. Like when you Terminator 3, it made Terminator 2 pointless. So everything they keep adding on makes Terminator 2 pointless, and you never want to make Terminator 2 pointless because Terminator 2 is the best.
Yeah.
But anyway, NECA's doing figures for it. It feels like they didn't quite learn their lesson with Terminator Genesis.
They just missed with Terminator Genesis.
Yeah.
I feel like those didn't sell well.
They didn't sell well. It's so they're now going back and doing another new Terminator figure, which I guess you've got the Terminator license. You might as well do Terminator figures.
But also, why? I'd rather have Linda Hamilton and Michael Biehn from the first movie than get this Linda Hamilton first.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand is that
Finish their other lines first.
Yeah, that they keep saying, they say things like, well, that wouldn't sell. We can't do Linda Hamilton from the first movie, she wouldn't sell. Or we can't do a new Kyle Reese from the first movie, that wouldn't sell. Or we can't do John Connor in stores because that'd be a hard sell. But an old Linda Hamilton
and
another old man Terminator, which you've already just proven with Terminator Genesis that those don't sell, those are gonna sell? So I don't get NECA sometimes. I really don't.
No.
The figures themselves, what did you think about the figures themselves?
I like Terminator, kind of, but I didn't get to see the other one.
Yeah, you didn't get to see the Linda Hamilton?
I showed you
No,
that.
the other
Oh.
Terminator.
There's not. That's all they showed.
Oh.
It was Linda Hamilton and the Terminator.
No, the one before that.
Terminator
Terminator
What
Genesis.
you
Genesis?
just talked about, yeah.
Yeah, you saw that.
He
No,
had
I
them
don't
all.
remember
You
any.
saw
had
those
them all.
figures. You had
Really?
them.
I don't remember having
Yeah,
those.
they were old man Terminator, or maybe I
didn't
I
have
had
old
them. I
man
had
one.
them. Well, I had them.
Oh, I
So-
don't remember them.
But it's one of those things where they didn't sell, so they went to clearance, and nobody liked the movie, and so it didn't sell. And it's like this movie's got a tough road to hoe, I guess is the way to say it, to bring people back in the Terminator franchise, and so they're taking a gamble on it again by doing these two new figures. I mean, an old Arnold is cool no matter what.
Yeah.
Like an old Arnold
that's
figure
That's
is
what I
neat.
like,
figure.
because
Yeah.
Arnold's art's awesome.
He's a cool looking figure. They did a good job on the sculpt, but I just don't see those two selling. I don't see the movie doing well, and I don't see those selling.
I hope they get the new Rambo license.
Yeah, that'd be nice. They didn't do anything with Rambo before, though.
What are you talking about?
They only did figures for Rambo 1 and 2.
Yeah, they did First Blood 1 and Part 1 and 2, I think.
But they didn't do anything for Rambo 3, and they didn't even do anything for the new Rambo when they had the Rambo license. And they already talk about how Rambo doesn't sell, so they're done with it.
That's
So
right.
I don't think they're going to get that. Okay, so where are we at here? I agree. I refuse to own anything after T2. Totally true. I kind of like Salvation as a prequel. I agree with that. I kind of like parts of Salvation as well. I don't think that it's as bad as everybody makes it out to be. It's better than Terminator 3, and it's better than Terminator Genesis. I think action figures need to get woke. I want more women in Mighty Figures. Jamie Demeter, man, he comes right in and just like, it's like, I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm not gonna pull any punches here. I'm going right for it. Yeah, I mean, who knows what the whole deal with the new Terminator is going to be. I will say that I didn't find, like, I found the T-1000 intimidating, and I found the T-800 intimidating. I didn't find any of those things in the trailer that I saw, like, intimidating or original or something that was like, wow, this looks really cool. This looks neat.
It looked like a T-1000, but instead of silver, it was black.
It was not impressive. I was not impressed by it. Okay, so that was the NECA Terminator news. Then there's the Marvel Legends. Oh, wait, hang on. Masters of the Wicked 89. I miss you guys. Do you collect the NECA Jason and Freddy figures?
I do.
He's got a ton of them. I have a couple of the Jasons.
I have all the Jasons they've made so far, except the reboot one.
Yeah, he's got, and you've got, what, two of the Freddys?
I got one Freddy, Leatherface, Michael, two Pennywises, and a few other stuff.
Yeah.
And the Chucky.
So, wait, how many Freddys do you have?
Only the one.
Only the one. Okay, you only have the original Freddy.
Yeah, I only have part 2.
Okay. You have part 2, you don't have part 1.
I don't have part 1.
Okay. Actually, part 2 is a better one than part 1.
Yeah, because it has the
The
stripes
movie
on
is not.
No, but the look is, because it has the stripes on the sleeves and stuff.
What's up, Real Batman? What's happening, dude? We miss you too, Master of the Wicked 89. Your Master of the Wicked 89 is almost combining 3 things that mean a lot in our household. And that's the Masters of the Universe mythos, and especially the 87 movie, the year 89, which is Batman, and Ghostbusters 2, and Wicked, which my wife loves, the musical Wicked, And I went to see the musical Wicked, and I also love it after seeing it. I've seen it twice. So you combine all the things into one name, so that was pretty cool, man. I'm looking for the NECA Dream Warriors, Freddy. That's part 3.
Already out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already out.
Is that out?
Yeah. I think so. I think we've seen
No,
it.
I don't know.
I thought they did that one before and they just reissued it.
No, I think that was Dream. Was that Dream Warriors or was that
Warrior-
Dream
They haven't
Master?
done anything past part 3 yet in Ultimate Style.
I thought they did part 4.
I don't think they have. I could be wrong, but
I
don't
can't
think
remember.
They have.
I can't remember. I got the remake Jason and the Other Jasons, Part 2 Freddy, and the 89 Batman from NECA. I also find your Facebook channels. Love your content. Hey, thanks, dude. Appreciate that, man. The 89 Batman from NECA is killer.
Yeah, it's great.
A lot of people are I see people posting all the time like, I finally got it, and they show the figure they got, and I'm sorry if this happened to you. They show it, and it's the bootleg. The bootleg comes in a clamshell. Like most NECA figures have those clamshells, like the aliens and stuff like that. If it's in a clamshell, it's a bootleg. If it's on the actual card back, then it's the original. And the bootleg is nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice figure, and it's a good alternative if you can't find the original. But the actual figure comes on a card back. Let's see. Man, you guys... Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm way behind. Are you getting the Mezco 89 Batman? The real Batman asks. I probably will get the Mezco 89 Batman. Mezcos, I feel like sometimes are a little hit or miss between the original pictures and the prototypes. Or the finished product and the prototype. So I may wait until Batman actually hits before I buy him. I don't know. It depends on how the deal is when he gets sold. I hope he's not one of those exclusive type of deals where he's going to sell out in like 5 minutes. That'd be the worst. I got the Grey Ghost figure after you mentioned it. It was out on the stream a couple weeks back. I love it. Did you get it? He got it.
I got it. It's amazing.
He's got Grey
I
Ghost.
love it.
Yeah, and it is awesome. Man, you guys got really tall. What happened last time? I remember you had a baby on the way. You guys look great. I remember your collection tour and we're showing the turtles. Hey, what's up, Robert? Just a fan. That reminds me of Robert Justice, who's my comic shop guy. Yeah, Gracie's actually turning 5 this week. So that's how long ago that was.
That's nuts.
When we showed the baby was on the way and we did the whole reveal thing here. Yeah, she's 5. She's going to be 5 on Friday. Let's see. You guys heard who's passed away. I'm from the UK, so I'm devastated. Like, seriously, I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. Is it out? I haven't gotten around to getting it. Yes, the Grey Ghost is out, if that's what you're asking, Mr. Scary 90.
Or if he might be talking about the Freddy, since I think...
I don't know. I'm not sure, man. Do you guys collect the Storm Collections Mortal Kombat line? I think he's been tempted to pick one up lately.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
this is
Scorpion.
awesome.
I was just showing him the
Yeah, I
Scorpion
really
today.
want one of those.
Yeah.
now.
I want the new Scorpion. It's up for pre-order.
Yeah, we've seen a few of them come through the toy department before. And they were really nice. It's just...
Sub-Zero's my favorite.
Yeah, I don't have as much of attachment to Mortal Kombat to buy figures. You know, like, I like the Mortal Kombat games. I remember as a kid getting the Mortal Kombat cartridge. I had Genesis, which meant that if you had Genesis, you could do the blood code.
Blood, right?
That's when you do the blood code, and you could do fatalities and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So I remember getting that game and it being a big deal. But I never really had that much attachment to the Mortal Kombat figures that I would want to invest that much in those figures, but...
We
But
need
they
to get
could
that
find
for,
themselves.
we need to get that for our
awesome
Genesis.
looking.
We need to get Mortal Kombat.
Wait, hold on.
Why is it going so fast?
I'm way behind. Well, quick question, what was your opinion on Batman film coming out by Matt Reeves?
I'm interested.
I'm interested. I don't know where it's going to go, but we'll see what goes.
That's rumored that they have like 6 villains confirmed for it.
Don Thomas, the Time Lord, says, who's your favorite character from Ghostbusters? Mine's Peter Venkman.
Peter Venkman.
Peter Venkman.
It's Peter Venkman. When I was a kid, it was Egon. But now that I'm older, I appreciate his humor more. Like Peter Venkman. As I grew older, I became more into Peter Venkman. I was a nerdy kid with glasses growing up, so Egon was the one I identified with more. But as I grew older...
I like
Blade
Tinker
Tinker
Soldier.
Reel says it's the guy playing the new Batman, Robert Pattinson, died in London today, so I guess he's not Batman. What is going on? Is that for real?
I don't think so. I feel like we would have heard about that.
That's crazy. I haven't seen anything about that. That's bonkers. Those Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat figures are the nicest action figures I've ever handled. My Sub-Zero is my favorite non-robot action figure. Okay, yeah, they look great.
So I might pick up that Scorpion
So,
at some point.
Yeah, and they just announced the Mortal Kombat 3 one. Is that
Yeah,
what you
that's
said?
what the pre-order just started yesterday.
Sorry, I meant to forgot to clear the Freddy figures out. I don't remember which one they did. I know it was
They
like
did parts 1, 2,
1, 2, and 3. Was it 3? The one that came with like the little house.
That's part 3.
That's part 3. Okay, so they did part 3. So that's, I guess, that is out.
Yeah, that's
Part 3 is
Warriors.
out. That was, I think, the second one that came out.
Mhm.
I think it was 1, then 3, then 2.
And then they re-released 3 recently.
Yeah. Would be cool if NECA did some G.I. Joes if Hasbro let them. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
that'd be really cool.
What do you think about the new Marvel Mafex figures coming out? I have Mafex Spider-Man. I just got the Mafex comic Spider-Man. That is Mafex, right?
Yeah, that's Mafex.
Was it Mafex? Go grab that box.
Let's see. Yeah, it's Mafex.
Okay, so I have Mafex comic Spider-Man, like a real one, not a bootleg. There's bootlegs floating around of it. He's awesome. I think he's way cool. I think $80 is really expensive for him, and I don't know if I'll do the X-Men because Spider-Man you can buy just Spider-Man.
But that Cyclops looks so
Cyclops
cool.
looks cool, but investing like $80 in every team member of the X-Men,
That'd be a lot.
that's a lot. Like Wolverine looks really cool. His claws look kind of long.
They look like the Marvel Capcom game.
He does. He looks a bit like that. The face does, and the claws are really long.
And
It
the
seems
mask has like the longer wings, which looks like the game.
Do you ever watch the Real Ghostbusters animated series? Oh, we love
Yeah.
the Real Ghostbusters animated series.
It's one of the 80s cartoons that really holds
yeah,
up.
that's great.
I feel like it's the 80s cartoon that holds up the best.
But it went off Netflix.
At all,
So-
yeah, we've got the DVDs though.
Yeah.
I feel it holds up better than any other 80s cartoon. It's rewatchable as an adult, which is kind of surprising. Have you checked out the comic series Deadly Class? It's pretty awesome. I have not, but
No,
maybe
I
I will now. Okay, so a bunch of people are saying not seeing anything online about Robert Pattinson. It's a celebrity death hoax. Okay, so that's a hoax. So that's good. Because I'm actually kind of looking forward to him as
I
Batman.
really want to see what he's going to do.
I'm going to give him a chance. My wife chimed in. Hey Bobby, you must be watching upstairs. Hi Gracie, if you're watching this too. She's upstairs with Mom right now, so I'm waving and saying hi to Gracie. Thoughts on the Marvel Legends X-Men Vintage Wave? We talked about this last show, but we'll say it again.
I
love them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
love it.
I love
really
them.
cool.
They actually just showed a bunch of product pictures of them.
Oh, the turnaround. They did videos of the
They did video
turnarounds,
turnarounds, yeah.
And I thought that was really neat.
That was really neat. Yeah, I don't know if you saw those or not.
No.
So on the Hasbro actually released video turnarounds, like a video with like them on a turntable, which showed the figure at 360 degrees in different
Oh, that's
poses
cool.
of each figure and their accessories and stuff, which is really awesome. It shows that Hasbro's really getting into, reaching out to the fan base more that's online and not just treating these as their kids' toys going to stores and the kids the main audiences. They're obviously looking at Marvel Legends more like the collector audience is more what they're going for now. So doing things like all the Hasbro Pulse and all the information coming out through GameStop of the figure releases, doing the figure turnarounds, it's really neat.
Bacon's
Finally made it to the Love Show. Bacon? That's not what's happening here, buddy.
Calm down.
I don't know where you're at. Slow down. Okay. So yeah, we love the X-Men Vintage Wave. I have such a love and such great memories of that 90s X-Men Toy Biz series and that card back that seeing it again is like amazing. So not only are the figures great, but that card back is like a double whammy. I'm super excited about it.
I'm about to lose the top chat.
Okay, so I'm getting way behind. What's your opinion on the new Child's Play movie?
Okay, I think it's weird, but I'm not sure if it'll be the worst out of the horror reboots that have been done.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it needs to be done, especially
doesn't.
with the Mancini universe still going on in TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And
So-
they just had a movie like 3 or 4 years ago, so.
Yeah, if the original Child's Play is still moving on and they're still doing things with it, a reboot seems unnecessary. And I don't like the idea of the AI that's gone crazy.
Yeah, no, that's lame.
That's
at least
to me weird.
If they made it its own thing, it'd be fine as a horror movie. But
Yeah, just don't call it
doesn't need
Child's Play. It doesn't need Chucky. It doesn't need any of that stuff.
Mark Hamill's in it, which is kind of.
Mark Hamill's, that's cool. I think it's neat that he's doing it. And I think Aubrey Plaza is a good actress.
Yeah.
I think she's interesting. So, I mean, it might be a decent movie. I just don't know if it's going to be a decent Child's Play movie. Okay. Let's see. Anyone collect the Mythic Legions line? He's got one.
Yeah.
I'm really into them. Plus, they have the MOTU inspired characters in line. I am actually getting Trapjaw. I'm getting the Trapjaw one. My buddy Aaron from Roma Collectibles, who sells them, and we will be selling them at the toy department too. He came by this weekend to the toy department.
And he had the Battle Cat one.
Yeah, he had the Battle Cat one. And he dropped off. It's so nice.
It's super nice.
I was really close to just being like, okay, I'll buy all the MOTU related ones. And I almost grabbed the Battle Cat right then. But I was like, no, I gotta stop. I can't go crazy. I gotta contain
I feel like
myself.
once we start getting those in the shop, you're gonna want to go back to doing the.
I'm only gonna get Trapjaw. I'm only gonna get
You won't
Trapjaw.
break.
I'm not gonna break. I'm rock solid, man. I'm rock solid. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Jack, what's up? I'm gonna need two storms. The guy has an updated gene. I'm gonna need to get 2 storms. I hope they give us an updated gene soon to complete the anime team. There's rumors that there's a 3-pack coming that has Jean, Cyclops, and Wolverine in it, and I'm guessing that would be 90s. So we'd have 90s Jean, we'd have a 90s re-release of Cyclops, which I'm guessing would probably have a jacket differentiating from the single-carded Cyclops, and then probably Wolverine blue costume unmasked, because the single-carded Tiger Stripe did not have an unmasked head. So that's the way I think that they'll do it, is to get 90s Gene, new sculpt, Cyclops in his jacket.
That's the most we've ever had watching.
Yeah, 19 watching at once. And then the unmasked Wolverine. I think that would be the way to go. I think it would be, yeah. I think that wouldn't upset people, because they got to play this game where it's like, if a person's buying an $80 or $50 Cyclops online, and then the Cyclops comes in the pack, you're kind of making that fan go, the thing I have isn't worth money anymore, and I spent money on this, and that's a bummer. So they have to do certain things to make it work, and I think that's probably what they'll do with that pack.
But also, don't buy for value. Buy for
what you enjoy, for sure.
We lost the top. There's some more stuff up there, but
I think I'm caught up.
Oh, okay.
This is the Ending 2 Storms. What's up, David Patrick? What's happening, buddy? Can you tell your boys who I am? David Patrick's my buddy that comes in the shop. I think I've talked to him before. He made the Osmosis Jones drawing. Okay. They're doing Child's Play on TV too, the original. Yeah.
Yeah, Don Mancini.
So they're just going to keep going. They're going to keep going. Are you guys still collecting the Black Series Star Wars figures if you guys stopped?
I'm buying everything from Empire Strikes Back, but that's it.
I'm much more contained on what I collect and buy. I'm able to buy, used to I had to buy like a whole line. And now I feel like I can buy a figure or two here and not have to get the whole line on a lot of things. So like, I've seen Darth Revan a bunch of times, and I've been like, I should get Darth Revan. I should really get Darth Revan. And eventually I probably will pick up Darth Revan, but for the most part I don't pick up Black Series that much anymore. They're still great, and I still admire the line, and I think it's really neat, and I get excited about releases. I just don't buy them for myself anymore. The Mythic Legion stuff is so great. I got the Templar Knight Legion Builder, and it's such a fun figure. I need to get Pixis, blue skeleton named after the Pixel band, sold. I actually just got one of those for my buddy Chris. I'd done a trade because he wanted Pixis, and I got that for him, and I saw it when it came in, and he is really cool. The Pixis is really neat. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Whoa! For a question from Don Thomas, the Time Lord. What would it be? Time travel would be pretty cool.
That would be really cool.
That'd be a fun one. I might take time travel as my power. I always think about like going back and just visiting the 80s. And you could do a lot of things, like you could
go to every
have quarters from
you
it,
could
and then
fix things that went wrong. You could go back and get like comics that were
get a bunch of
first appearances and bring them back to the future.
Teleportation.
I could go back and hang out with a younger myself and be like, dude, things are going to be awesome later on, because you're going to get made fun of a lot at school. You're going to get teased. They're gonna one of your teachers is actually going to call you Butterball. Like, that's going to be a teacher's going to call you that, but it's going to be okay, buddy. Because you're going to get a girl, you're going to have a cool friends, everything's going to be fine. You're going to be alright.
You're also going to mess up the timeline, and that stuff
I'll mess up the timeline, and then everything will happen, and I'll go back, and I'll be, in the future, and everybody will call me Butterball. Okay, let's see. I think the X-Men animated series got the Phoenix story correct compared to the movies. I totally agree, although I did enjoy Dark Phoenix. I liked Dark Phoenix. I want to see Dark Phoenix again the more I think about it. And yes, the animated series got it better than anybody.
Yeah.
Other than the original comics. I agree, I collect the enjoyment of owning the figures, not monetary value, which is what you should always do.
Don't buy
collect
something
what you like, not as an investment.
Like, look at everyone that's bought Power of the Forest, that investment didn't turn out.
Yeah, that doesn't turn out. It usually doesn't. You should collect what you like, and then if an offshoot of that is that you made money or that you got an investment out of it, that's great.
Yeah, but don't buy for that sole reason.
Yeah, buy for your enjoyment, and then monetary value can be a bonus. Okay. Hey guys, what's up, Oliver? If I guess you were to be X-ray vision, you know what I mean? Alpha Triumph, 92. Man, between you and Bacon talking about the love show. This is getting PG-13 up in here. Okay, so timeline messes up in-game style.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Cap has to go back and fix it all.
But then
really
at the same time,
but he messes it up even more.
He doesn't even follow the rules of time.
He doesn't follow the rules. Okay, what's the next toy thing? Okay, the Anthony Customs Beast head went up.
Mm-hmm.
So the Beast that came out, the Marvel Legends Beast, we like the Marvel Legends Beast.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
I think it's awesome.
I think it's really awesome, and I love that the head is inspired by the Jim Lee X-Men cover for issue 1. But I wish it had 2 heads like Nightcrawler does. I wish there was one that wasn't screaming, right?
3 heads. Nightcrawler.
That's even better than 1. So
yeah, that's awesome.
The fact that he doesn't come with an extra head, a lot of people were complaining about that, and they wanted him to have a non-screaming head.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that are doing custom heads, and there's been a lot of good ones, but I think that Anthony Customs got it the best. Like, his sculpt is
awesome.
really nice. Like, it's really nice. And so he posted on, I think, Instagram and Facebook. They showed a picture of it. It had removable glasses.
Oh, they're removable?
They're removable.
That's awesome.
And it looked dead on like animated Beast. Like,
Yeah.
it was so cool looking. And he said, I'm going to have this thing up. I think the demand's going to be pretty good. Details will be up. And, like, the other morning, Saturday morning, I woke up at, like, 6:30 a.m. Like, I don't know why I just woke up at, like, 6:30. And I was like, oh, man, I have a feeling I should check that Anthony Customs YouTube page. And I checked it, and he had just put it up, like, within that last
Same
hour.
thing happened to you with the Planters cheese.
It did. Like, I have this mental thing that wakes me up and goes, you need to order this right now because it's available. And so it came up, and you have to watch this like video for like 14 minutes. It tells you the ordering process. And so I'm like watching the whole video. I'm like, I make sure I didn't do anything wrong. And so I ordered one. I ordered the Beast head, fully painted. He also comes with a book, like it's an unpainted book, and you're supposed to print out your own cover or something to put on it. So I got the painted one with the glasses. I cannot wait to get it. It is expensive though. It was $55 for the head.
Yeah, it's a little pricey.
It's a little pricey.
Is it unpainted?
It's painted.
Okay.
I don't have to do anything with it, and it pops right on the figure. So it's a little pricey, but when you think that, it's his own work, like he's not a big company, he's doing, it's like a little piece of artwork where this guy's making a sculpt, doing these prints of it, doing a casting of it, whatever he's got to do, hand painting it all, doing all the little glasses, all this stuff. So it's a lot of work to do, and at that point you're paying for all that work, and so $55. I did it. I won't do that every figure, but I think Beast deserved another head, and so for him I did it. And I did get the Wolverine head he did. And the Wolverine, can you want to grab that out of the case?
Yeah, I will.
I'm,
All right.
I'm not going to mess up in that case.
Okay. Let me get caught up.
It's already on the Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish the Neca gave us a Jack Nicholson Joker to go along with the 7-inch Keaton Batman.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. Is Jack's likeness is actually a separate payment. And it's really expensive. Oh, that Masters of Wicked 89 is even saying it right here. They can't do likeness rights. Also, Jack's is expensive. So he has to be paid separately, which is why only like companies like Hot Toys can do it. I think Mezco might pay up to do it. I don't know though. I don't know how bad it is. They can do Bob the Goon. That would be kind of awesome. I've seen a lot of people. There is like a shrunk down head cast from the Hot Toys, and people have put it on the Mezco Joker, like the one that has like the orange shirt, and it looks really good. So if you can find one of those and pop that on the Mezco, then you got one that goes with that 89 Batman. Let's see. I sent you those on Facebook, David. That's awesome. David is a huge Osmosis Jones fan. Sorry I joined the stream late, so you guys might have already mentioned this, but have you guys seen the new Hot Toys Scarlet Spider? We have not mentioned that, and I totally forgot about it, so I'm glad you said that.
I showed him pictures of that, right?
Yeah.
Earlier.
You remembered that one.
Yeah. Do you guys know if NECA has any plans to release a new Michael Myers from James Bacon? I don't know if that's a tease because of the Michael Myers thing. That seems like something that James Bacon would do.
I think it's a tease.
But it is. They are doing Halloween 2 Michael Myers.
But yeah, I think that's a tease.
Which I think it's a tease that he's doing that, and Halloween 2 Michael Myers does look awesome. They'll never do Halloween 1, it seems like.
No, I don't.
That's a separate rights. Yeah, and it costs way too much money. I'm going to get back to Hot Toys Scarlet Spider. I won't forget. Just starting to collect non-Transformers. Where do you recommend picking up new releases? Non-Transformers. Oh, hey Kyle, what's up, dude? The Hot Toys PS4 Spider-Man looks pretty awesome. Actually, we just got done signing up for a Sideshow Collectibles account at the toy department. So moving forward, we probably will start carrying Hot Toys and Sideshow, and we're talking about maybe doing like a pre-order system in store, so that maybe save you a couple bucks over what Sideshow has, or at least save you the shipping. So if there's any Hot Toys or Sideshow that you're looking at, anything that's not out right now is all pre-order. So we might be able to carry it in there, and you'll be able to just pre-order through us and cut out a lot of the hassle and the shipping costs. So, do you do live streams often? This is kind of cool. We do it so far we've done it every Sunday at 8:30 for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and stick to every week, 7:30 on Sunday nights. Eventually we may 8:30. That's what I meant to say is 8:30. 7:30 if you're in Central Time. That's what I'm saying. I was just talking about the people in other time zones.
5 people just dropped out.
Hey, that's all right. They pop in and out. It's fine. All right. So yes,
It is a tease.
it is a tease.
Bacon.
Oh, that's really Nice Guy Wars. Hashtag Nice Guy Wars. Hashtag Bacon Lost. If I was to collect Transformers, where should I start? Whoa, that's huge, dude.
everywhere.
I think the current line is great.
Yeah, Siege is great if you're just wanting to get into it and not
Yeah.
pay a bunch for Masterpiece.
For sure.
Transformers, Siege is a great starting point for new collectors.
For sure. You collect those. He collects Siege, War of Cybertron.
I've been tempted.
And they're an awesome current toy line. You're only about like a year into it, maybe at the most.
Yeah.
And they're awesome. They're very much borrowing the G1 designs, but updating for nowadays. They're not as expensive as Masterpiece. They do a really good job, and they're getting a lot of the G1 characters back into this line. It's a great starting jumping point if you want to get into Transformers. Are you going to do a Christmas video this year? I don't know. You know, we record them almost every Christmas, or at least we go to record them every Christmas. But Gracie was so young and she moves around so much that we were like, you know what? Sometimes that's a hassle. We'll just put it away. Who knows? It all depends on how we're feeling that way and how Gracie is. Isn't Mattel done with DC figures? Mattel has the rest of this year for DC figures. So they just actually showed a San Diego exclusive of Batman, an 80-page giant, where it's got Batman in different versions, like the Zebra Batman, the Rainbow Batman, Classic Batman, and Negative Batman. So they've got, it's pretty neat
I
looking.
didn't get to see it.
It's a bunch of different Batmans.
Yeah.
But they have it the rest of the year. But he's not sharing all the info with you. They have it the rest of the year, and then McFarlane takes over. Okay. Can you run up and get my soda off the counter? I'm like, this is not a last hashtag Nice Guy Words. I may have missed some messages. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks, guys. I'll check it out. And I think right now is the best time to get into Transformers, like G1s, get Siege, like the Michael Bay movies, get Studio Series. Yes. This little store called the Toy Department has a great selection. Hey, that's our shop. I actually bought my first Transformer in quite a while. Thanks, man.
No problem.
I bought I got the Studio Series Bumblebee movie, Optimus and Bumblebee. At first, I was just getting the Optimus because it's just a great Optimus. But then I ended up getting the Bumblebee to go with it because I'm like,
Those
I can't get an Optimus from a Bumblebee movie and not have Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie.
But I might do that. I might just buy the Optimus.
The Optimus is great.
I need a Soundwave. I might buy the Siege one.
Soundwave.
The Siege one looks great. They all look great. The Jetfire, he's got the thing where you switch from Decepticon to Autobot.
That's really cool.
That's incredible. All right, have you guys seen the new He-Man figures? That's one of the things we're going to talk about. That was one of the things we have listed for today.
I did show them those.
Do you guys take collection? Do you guys take collection might downsize? Collection growing bigger than room. Maybe might let it go. Oh, do we take collections at the toy department? Yeah, we buy them all the time, dude. All the time. Neca needs to make a Batman and Robin Mr. Freeze movie figure. Yes, that would be kind of fun.
They already work with Arnold so much.
Yeah. Have you seen its vintage custom of 6-inch Nicholson Joker on Instagram? It's pretty good. It'd be great fit for NECA Batman with a new Mexican one. I'll have to remember to look at this afterwards. This live stream, because I'll have to look that up. That's cool. Hellboy movies 2004 and 2008. I love the original Hellboy.
The original is one of my favorite comic book movies.
2008, I don't like that much.
No, I'm not a fan of, what was it, the Golden
Army? And I don't like the treatment of Abe.
I don't like it.
I think they butchered Abe's character in that movie.
They butchered a lot of
Yeah.
They butchered.
Alright, so we have to talk about the Hot Toy Scarlet Spider. We don't want to forget about that, and the MOTUs. Don't forget about that. What do you think about the new Masterpiece Optimus? $400. That's exactly what I think about that Optimus. $400.
Yeah, it's too much.
Who's paying $400 for that?
It's a great looking Optimus, but it's not worth that much money.
It's insanity that Masterpieces have got to that. Masterpiece Transformers are kind of those bigger ones that have the real. I've shown them to you before, where they have really intricate transformations. They're really nice.
Yeah.
We've talked about them before. But now they're up to $400 a piece. You don't need that.
No.
You can get the Siege Optimus. He's $30.
There's this company.
You can get the Studio Series Optimus. He's $30. Those are great Optimus figures. You don't need to spend $400 on Optimus.
There's this company making the huge Transformers.
Those ginormous ones. They're giant.
They're like 400 or 500
I've seen the Prime.
Yeah.
He's giant.
$400.
All right. I'm gonna get caught up. I hear Mattel is producing the MOTU Classic PowerCon exclusives this year. Do you know if they're about to yank the license for Super 7? No, I think that Mattel is doing the MOTU Origins line, but they're not doing Classics. I think that Super 7 has still got the whole Classics thing locked down, and even the vintage redos. This MOTU Origins is a completely different line. I think what we're seeing with the MOTU Origins line is Mattel testing the waters to get a line into stores, much like the Funko Savage Worlds, to start getting MOTU back on people's mind before the movie. And that's why it's called MOTU Origins, is that it's the origins of something else that's coming. That's my interpretation of why it's called Origins. What about Samuel and Mr. Wink? They're both cool. Did NECA ever do a Watchmen figures, or was that Mattel? I don't remember. Mattel did Watchmen comic figures. DC Collectibles did Watchmen movie figures.
Mom's question.
I'm going to get to it. Father's Day question for my wife. favorite fictional dad. I'm gonna get back to that. I just want to get caught up on a couple of these real quick. Bobby, my wife says mine is Joey from My Two Dads. Did Neca ever watch Joey from My Two Dads? Does anybody watch My Two Dads?
What's that?
I know Snake Mountain, $400, $500.
I
I
have
think.
all the Mattel Watchmen figures, the comic ones. They're great.
Yeah.
I love those.
All right, so I'm kind of caught up. So this is where we're talking about the fictional dads. Favorite fictional dad? Do you have one?
Mine's pretty easy.
Wait,
It's-
first him.
It's Frank Costanza from Seinfeld.
Okay.
Every line he says is funny.
I would say Darth Vader is probably up there.
See, I know you guys are gonna go with those picks, but I just like
Frank Costanza is very funny.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good dad though.
He's not, but it's
neither is Darth Vader. But I would guess maybe Darth Vader because that has the most
I don't.
meaning.
I know I should
I
go
don't
with
know.
something from
You
like
don't
a
have
comic or a movie, but
I guess because your real dad is so awesome, it's tough to even think of a
Yeah,
fictional
it's
one
tough
being
to.
even close to that, right? Oh, Peter Venkman's dad in Real Ghostbusters is great too.
he's funny. Yeah.
He's pretty great. All right. Okay, I'm so far behind. There's a lot of people talking this time. I miss Kenner, but those figures are awesome. I also miss Kenner.
Yeah.
I have 2 third-party primes, love them, and I'll bet you spent way less than $400 on them. What podcasts do you listen to? Some of my favorites include From Crisis to Crisis, The Fantastic Cast, Hey Kids Comics, pretty much any podcast with Michael Bailey or Andrew Leland. They're awesome. I haven't listened to any of those, so I'll have to check them out. I'm actually a part of a podcast, Action Features, with my buddy Mike. That's a shameless plug. I really enjoy the Crossing the Streams podcast. I think is what it's called. Interdimensional Cross Rip. That's what it's called. Interdimensional Cross Rip. It's a Ghostbusters podcast. I really like that.
The Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
The Major Wrestling Figure podcast with Zach Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. That's fun. And there's another one, and I'm forgetting what it is. I used to really like, back when I was heavy into listening to MOTU podcasts, I really enjoyed the Master Universe podcast that, I can't remember their names now. I can't remember the name of the podcast. I can't remember the name of it's not Roast Google Dinner, it's the other one.
It's not the Chronicles one.
It's not Chronicles is great. That's Chris Ventos, and I loved that. There was another one too, and I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. I'm blanking. I'm totally blanking it. What fictional dad is Tony? I also said Tony Stark, or I didn't say Tony Stark. I was thinking Tony Stark would be a good one as well because of the last movie.
I tried to terrible dads.
Boy, Chucky, a dad. What does that mean?
Is it calling back to like when we were talking about Child's Play? Because
Oh yeah, he is a dad.
That's like the worst one in the series.
He's a terrible dad. One question for you. Your Ghostbusters collection is huge. I don't think that's really a question, but I appreciate the compliment. That's awesome.
For you.
Podcast, cartoonist,
Great.
kayfabe is amazing. Comic Tropes is great. Comic Tropes is great. I guess I for me, it's tough to differentiate podcasts and things like this, where it's a video, like a video series. So in podcasts, I always think audio.
How long are the?
I don't know if Comic Tropes is audio. I think it's only on
How long are the
video.
Comic Tropes videos each? Are they like an hour, like a podcast?
No,
form?
they're like, but I think it was like 20 minutes maybe.
Okay, so if you're counting 20-minute videos, if you count Defunct Land as a
Defunct Land?
podcast, they
I
have
don't-
they have
Do you
an
mean video
actual
cast or you mean podcast?
They
I
have
don't
an
know.
actual podcast.
Oh,
like
see, I don't know
Defunct
that.
Land does.
I watched Defunct Land as a video. I don't. Do you have the Batcave from the DC Collectibles Batman animated series? I do not, but I've seen it before, and it is awesome. And the Alfred's cool that comes with it. Love Comic Tropes. Comic Tropes is great. I saw an animated comic I picked up last week advertising the '89 Batman graphic novel adaptation in hardcover. I'll definitely be picking it up. Have you guys seen it? Yeah, a bunch of people sent it to me. It's going to be like a director's cut version where it's going to have like extra features and stuff that they put in there.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sure there are going to be pencils and like Jerry Ordway designs. There was just a comic or magazine that came out. Packaging
yeah, we
magazine.
talked about this on
Yeah,
the live
on one of the
streams.
live streams we talked about it, and that was really cool. So that was kind of like felt like a forerunner to what they're doing now. DC. Oh, I don't want to forget this. MarvelComics.com, their Marvel Comics Twitter feed, they put up this image today, and it's a number 4 done in spider webs with a spider. And the number 4 kind of looks like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie font.
That would be really.
But it's Marvel
cool.
Comics. It's the comics.
Right, but
So I think it's
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 4 as a comic.
I would buy every one of those.
that'd
I'd
be
buy
awesome.
every
And-
cover.
And CB Belushi, whatever his name is, the editor-in-chief, retweeted it, and he said, "You will never see this one coming," or something like that.
That is so
And-
cool if that's what it is.
So a lot of people thought, "Oh, Spider-Man joining the Fantastic Four." That's exactly what you would see coming.
Yeah.
If you saw that, you would not think, that they would go back and do another Sam Raimi Spider-Man thing as a comic book. I will lose my mind
That'd be
the coolest
amazing.
thing ever.
if that's for real. If that's
I
for
would love
real,
that.
it'll blow my mind.
That's what DC should have done with that Batman
Exactly.
pitch they had a few years ago.
They pitched the Batman '89 universe continuous
There's
comic and it
art
didn't go
from it,
anywhere.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's the concept
Didn't go
art.
anywhere. If they continue the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies as a comic, I will be so happy. I will just be on cloud nine every time that comic comes in.
Yeah.
You want to go around and see if there's a problem with the thing?
Yeah.
Is it saying anything?
No,
Oh,
we're good.
We're good. Okay. So, yeah, all you taller blows my mind. Happy seeing you all again. Hey, I'm not any taller. I'm the same. Podcast Universe with Steve and Jeremy is the best MOTU podcast. Nick, do you know the one I'm talking about that has Rainbow Bright as her name? That's what that she goes by online, and Lion Court is his online name, and The Shadow is his online name. Those three. And they did a Master Universe podcast, and I used to love it. I used to listen to it every time, and I can't remember. Yeah. So we did have a different YouTube name. It was just MOTU Classics, and then when we started doing other reviews, it switched to Sawyer Family Reviews. Because I was like, oh, we've kind of pigeonholed ourselves into just MOTU Classics. We need to change that so that people know we don't do just MOTU Classics. Yeah. Okay, so that's all caught up. The things we got to talk about now are the Hot Toys, Scarlet Spider, and the MOTU Origins line, which we sort of talked about a little bit. Did you see the pictures of those?
Yes.
So Mattel is doing a line called MOTU Origins, which is a throwback line. So it's gonna have it's a Prince Adam and a He-Man together in a pack, and the box all looks like a mini comic, and it's got like art where it looks like the figures are coming through the art. The figures themselves are meant to look like vintage figures, but they now have new articulation put into them. And the Four Horsemen have already said that they didn't work on these two, but they are working on future figures for the line, and they're looking at hopefully getting Mattel to redo a little bit of the joints to make it work a little better. My friend James Bacon doesn't like these. He says that they look like babies that have been turned into adults, like they're grown up
Like their
babies.
proportions.
Their proportions look like grown up babies, and in ways he's right. But sort of the original He-Man figures have proportions that are very odd. I like them. I think they're kind of neat, and if the price point is right, and they're at stores, I might pick up a few of them.
Yeah.
It feels to me like what Funko should have done with the Savage World line, where I know what they're doing like a MOTU style, but you throw some articulation in there, and you got figures that kind of work better. And I think that that's what this is doing. And I like the idea of them bringing MOTU back. If this is what they're doing, we don't know yet. Bringing MOTU back into stores to get people interested in MOTU again that maybe didn't see anything in the classics line since it's all been online. Actually seeing those in stores and going, oh, I remember He-Man, I remember this, I remember that, and getting it back on the public mind again before the movie stuff starts popping up. Whereas like Transformers has never left stores. G.I. Joe never left stores. So those movies had this audience that was always there. MOTU has left stores for large periods of time.
Now G.I. Joe's just club.
Yeah, G.I. Joe's just club, but at the time, when the movie came out. All right. Hope they do Molar. I don't. I would also recommend Batman Nightcast. It's currently on hiatus, but they're covering all Bat books in the post-crisis. Oh, that's another one I like. Is Robin? Everyone Loves the Drake. It's a Robin podcast based on Tim Drake.
That's a Seinfeld reference.
Exactly, and it's totally a Seinfeld reference. He even says that. He's like, it's a Seinfeld reference, but his podcast is called Everyone Loves the Drake. I love that podcast. And he was doing like all the appearances of Tim Drake in a row. Like
That's cool.
He covered his first appearance and like all the stuff into the first miniseries and did the whole thing and talked about all of them and used to bring on guests and stuff. There's also the Marvel Epics Collection podcast where these guys talk about the Epic collections as they come out and they do all about the stories and stuff. That's a really fun podcast. I'm not certain the name of the other podcast. I think I've heard it before. It's really good. I felt like they were friends listening to them. It was really fun listening to those guys. Primal Age should be on Cartoon Network. I totally agree. Primal Age should have something attached to it. They did like a comic at Target.
Yeah, Target.
But yeah, it should have more going for it. Okay, Batman Forever 2-pack. Wait, hang on. Okay, Batman Forever Two-Face Death or Batman 1989 Joker Death. Which one was better? The Joker Death, for sure. There's not much I like about Batman Forever. I'm sorry, David. I'm so glad Mattel is making MOTU again. I really don't like Super 7. All their stuff is overpriced with questionable quality. I do agree with that totally. I think a lot of people are excited about those MOTU movie figures. And while it's great that they figured out a way to do MOTU movie figures, I think those prototype pictures are very misleading, and they're not going to look like that in production.
Yeah,
I'm still super happy with my customs.
I
I'm
do
not
like
going to buy them.
the Ren and Stimpy figures they just.
I think they look great.
But they're gonna be like $30
They're
each.
$40 each. For Ren and Stimpy.
One of them has like four. Yeah.
Maybe
articulation.
don't load them up so much with stuff then, and just like do a Ren and Stimpy 2-pack.
Yeah.
And charge $40 for that. That I'd be interested in.
Just 4 points of articulation.
$40.
Arms and legs move up. And...
The only figure I'm going after is Conan.
Yeah, that one's cool.
I'll probably pick up their Conan. They're doing Conan in MOTU Classic style. Yeah, he didn't.
No, well,
He's
not
things
new.
back from you.
That was from a long time
He hides
ago.
things from
I
you.
didn't see it.
That was from a long time
He's
ago.
hiding things from you. He's hiding things from you. Okay, the Hot Toys Scarlet Spider. I think that's one of the last things that we were caught up on, right?
Yeah, that's what's tempting me to get a Hot Toy. I want. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so
Okay.
awesome.
So they did a Hot Toys PS4 Spider-Man, like the white spider design, and then now they just showed a Hot Toys Scarlet Spider. I love Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider. I love that outfit.
Yeah.
I think he's an awesome character. I think the Clone Saga lasted too long. It was a shorter thing. It would be a much better remembered comic series and a storyline in general. I love that outfit. So when they showed that figure, I was like, oh man, Scarlet Spider, I really want that Hot Toy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's really cool.
And then they announced it's going to be a summer Comic-Con exclusive.
But they always put those
Sideshow
up.
does.
They always put them up. Yeah, so that won't be a problem. You'll be able to get it if you want it. The thing I find funny, did you see the pictures of this thing yet? Did you see the
I
pictures
showed
of
them
it?
a picture of it.
He comes with all this food. Like, he comes with a pizza, and he comes with a donut, like a half-eaten donut, and he has no mask that has, like, his mouth exposed. So there's one picture in particular where he's got, like, a half-eaten donut, and he's got his mask down. So it's like
he's.
how are you eating that donut? Like, you're just, like, shoving it into the mask and hoping the crumbs make it through. So I thought that was really weird. And why does Spider-Man come with so much food?
Yeah, when did that become a thing?
Yeah, like, when is I guess in Spider-Verse, there's the whole thing with Spider-Man eating. But, yeah, like, so much food.
Yeah.
Alright, so, let's see. Do you guys know a way to know what week True Believers come out? The last few months I've seen the solicitations at the beginning of the month. I don't know. I don't really know what True Believers are coming in until I go into the shop. I get a week. Every week we get an invoice that's emailed among us because I help pull the books. I go into the comic shop early and help pull the books.
Oh.
So my comic shop manager sends me an invoice, and I know it's coming the week before, but I'd never really look at it, so I don't know until I get there.
You download the Marvel Comics app, and you can get the month's previews, and they show you what is coming for that month in True
There you
Believers.
go.
So if
You
you
can do
want to
that.
know what's coming up, just
Yeah.
get the Marvel Comics app.
There's also a Marvel Previews magazine, like when you go and get previews from the shop, and that shows way in advance of what's coming.
That's what it is on the app. It's Marvel Previews on.
No, I know that,
Oh,
but
okay,
like I think the Previews app doesn't show as far in advance as
okay.
this book shows. The book is like months in advance.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
This one's just showing what's the next month.
Yeah. All right. I can't find what weeks the Avengers comics come out. I always end up missing the issues I want. Yeah, man. I guess that's the best way to do it. Really, is to try and find that app. Do you like the Mondo Batman? I haven't seen Mr. Freeze. Also, I can't wait for this Big Chief Studios Flash Gordon. I think the Mondo Batman is really neat, but I think the Freeze is way superior. I think that the Freeze they really nailed, and there's something a little strange going on with the Batman's chest. Like it looks, I don't know, it's a little too wide.
Little Rob Liefeld-ish.
No, yeah, I mean, it looks like a little pudgy. I don't know. It looks a little inflated to me. I don't know. I think that the Freeze I think is incredible. I've never seen the Batman in person though, like out of the box, so I could be totally wrong. Pictures are a lot of times misleading. What you're seeing online, you're seeing a two-dimensional image of something that's three-dimensional, and it's things like proportions and the way a chest is shaped. It's flat, so it's tough to judge in pictures what is actually. I keep forgetting to show this. Here's Anthony's Customs Wolverine head, and this probably is going to look like junk the way I'm holding this. I'm waiting for it to show up.
The Flash Gordon looks really
Flash
cool.
Gordon does look really
I like
cool.
that a lot.
Look at this. It's taking forever for this to show up. But this is this Anthony Customs Wolverine head that I got. I won't know if it'll be in focus or not. Hey, that's not bad. That's not showing too bad. That's looking pretty good, actually.
The brown looks a lot lighter on that.
This is the Retro Series Wolverine.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so this is Retro Series Wolverine, not the Juggernaut Series Wolverine.
Well, Mom said it's what I thought right as you said that, Mondo Batman.
Adios, amigo. What is going on here? I'm way behind. Can you give my fiance Brittany a shout out? She's watching with me. What's up, Brittany? You made the right choice, Mayor and Nick Doubleson. Eventually, now that you guys are engaged. Let's see. Optimistically cynical. I'm not going to say that comment because it's really not cool. Mr. Scary 90. My comic shop stopped carrying the True Believers, Greatest Creators. Why would your comic shop stop carrying those?
Yeah, they're $1.
They're $1. That's $1. Why would your comic shop not carry those? Okay. Bobby Sawyer says Mondo Duke.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so I was at Target one time, and there's the whole family going in, and there was all this water that was coming out of the bathroom area, and these guys were like getting over there to clean it. They looked miserable.
Yeah, and
I walked up to him, and I was like, "What happened? Did somebody drop a Mondo Duke?"
You know they didn't appreciate that.
They didn't appreciate it. So the Mondo Duke has been carried forward since then. James, which animated series Joker you like? Batman animated series or new design Joker or Justice League? I like the original Batman animated series version of Joker the best.
Justice League.
Gotta go, dinner's ready. Man, I show up late. I leave early. I'm the worst. Yeah, James Bacon, you are the worst. Show up early, leave. Show up early. Wait, show up late, leave early. It's the exact opposite of Saturdays at the shop.
Yeah.
Where you show up early and you leave late. We love you, Bacon. So anytime you show up is great. Random question: do you guys prefer the Iron Man 1 War Machine actor or Don Cheadle? I prefer.
Yeah.
I prefer the Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
I think Terrence Howard made a better Rhodey.
I wish I could have seen him in the War Machine.
Me
suit.
too.
Yeah.
I buy him more as Rhodey than I do Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Rhodey from Iron Man 1 or Rhodey from Iron Man 2 and moving forward?
I don't know. I haven't watched this movie in a long time.
Wow. What's going on with you, man?
I
You
feel
remember
like
Rhodey?
I feel like he got the
You remember Rhodey?
I feel like he got the better friend vibes of Tony Stark better. I feel like
Oh, yeah,
Don
I
Cheadle
bought
is
it.
more like his guardian. Like,
Yeah, I bought
almost,
the
like, he's too strict.
Yeah, I bought the friendship between them. I bought him as a military guy. I bought Terrence Howard way more as Rhodey than I did as Don Cheadle. I also like Ed Norton better as Bruce Banner than Mark Ruffalo.
I think he does the whole like stressed out, trying to keep everything in way better.
Yeah. Okay. No problem, Nick. How you feel about DC Universe canceling Doom Patrol Swamp Thing?
Yeah, that's what.
I didn't know they canceled Doom Patrol.
The rumor is that they're canceling Doom Patrol, which is doing really good too.
It's all because of the streaming service.
Yeah.
I don't think the streaming service did what they wanted it to do, and so now Warner is scrambling to figure out, especially with Disney streaming service that's going to destroy everything. It's going to be awesome. They're scrambling to decide what to do, and I think they're going to fold it under. Yeah, they're going to just bring everything
Doom
into
Patrol,
that.
everyone was saying was really good.
Yeah, everybody said Swamp Thing is really good.
It's like the Netflix show's getting canceled, but way earlier. The Marvel Netflix ones.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones season 3 is out now. It just came out this week.
I saw that. I haven't watched Jessica Jones season 2. I prefer Don Cheadle as Captain Planet. Yeah, that was pretty great. How's the prototype toys doing? I'm always interested in prototypes. Let's see. I'm fine about to move back to Jersey, so I'm sure the shop I used to go up there will carry the True Believers. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand a comic shop that wouldn't carry True Believers. That doesn't make any sense to me. They're so cheap for the shop themselves, and it gives a nice, cheap alternative for people that are coming in to introduce people in the comics. I love the True Believers.
If there's a parent that wants to buy their kid something, that's a great jumping on point. It's just something.
Those are great.
Yeah.
The True Believers are great. I think a comic shop that doesn't carry the True Believers, and DC is now following suit. DC has just announced they're doing dollar books.
Oh.
It's taken a long time to catch up to Marvel
Yeah,
on this.
I might have to pick some of those up.
Yeah, I'll probably pick up some of those, but it's about time they caught up to that. Let's see. Oliver says, I've always liked Ed Norton more as well. I'm so glad someone finally agrees with me. I've always ripped apart when I tell people that. He is great.
Yeah,
he handles
Bruce Banner. Like,
oh, for sure.
Steve-ass Bruce Banner.
He's way better. I think that Mark Ruffalo gets too into the jokey stuff. I think in the first Avengers he got it right. He kind of had that kind of nervous, awkward thing going on. Not as good as Ed Norton did it, but it's got progressively worse with each movie. Whereas I would love to see what Ed Norton did with it. The only thing that really holds that Hulk movie back is the CGI.
If they went back and redid the CGI in it.
Yep, if they redid the CGI, it'd be great.
It's one of the better MCU movies.
Yeah.
It's in my top half.
Do you like Trendmasters toys? I'm not a huge fan, David. I'm sorry. I don't think that Trendmasters did that many great lines, in my opinion, in the past. They didn't really master the trends like they promised. Hey, Robert Just a Fan says, hey, you guys are the best. Just saying it. Brings a smile seeing you haven't seen you in ages. Hey, thanks, dude. You're the best. You are the best. What is your personal favorite era of Batman comics? My personal favorite era of Batman comics
90s,
is early 90s.
Yeah.
Batman, coming off the Batman movie, right after 89, I like the changes to Gotham City, and I like Drake's introduction, Nightfall, and then following into No Man's Land.
And then that's around the time you got a Long Halloween and Dark Fate.
Yeah, you got a lot of cool like miniseries and stuff like that. The 80s had my two favorite stories. Year One, Dark Knight Returns, but consistently reading every month, and the quality of all the different titles, I think goes to the early 90s. I love
I
that
just found
era.
out that I guess Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale did a third Batman book after Dark Victory. Was there another one they did together?
No, they did another book together, but it wasn't. They did I can't remember what it was called.
Okay.
They did a Long Halloween Dark Victory, and they did a small little book that was just like a little thing that people talked about that's within that same vein. Okay. Ghostbusters 2016, the best of Ghostbusters movies. Jamie, what is going on? It's not really the best in my opinion. I guess everybody can love what they want to love. I don't know if you're teasing me when you say that, but that's fine. If that's your opinion, that's cool. I prefer the original Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 myself. Osmosis Jones toys. You know it, David Patrick. I know you love Osmosis Jones. Robert Justafan says, I didn't care for Professor Hulk. Kind of wanted to rewatch. I also did not care for Professor Hulk.
Either.
The Hulk movie kind of feels really removed from the MCU to me, especially since the greater Marvel universe refuses to acknowledge it besides bringing back Ross, which is a shame because it's a really good movie. And other than CGI, it's really good. I would kill for Hot Toys Ed Norton, Hulk, or Bruce. Also, the Hulk movie is legitimately my favorite MCU movie. Awesome. I get so much hate from that, but I just think it's genuinely the best. I really enjoy it.
So great, yeah.
I wish when I did the rewatch not too long ago, I thought, man, this Hulk movie is really good. If it wasn't for the CGI, leaves something to be desired.
And that's only when it's like full on. Like if it's in the shadows, the CGI doesn't even look that.
It's
bad.
not that bad, but it could use a redo. It could use a redo.
He just does Bruce Banner so well. Like
any Gundam fans in the house? I watched Gundam Wing, and I thought that was kind of fun. And the original, RX-78 Gundam, I saw a little bit of that. I think Gundam toys are really neat, but I've never been full into Gundam. Kevin Smiley asks, favorite Hot Toys non-Batman related? Yondu is pretty amazing. That's tough.
Marty McFly looked pretty great.
Christopher Reeve Superman is great.
Yeah, that one's
That's
great.
not Batman related. That's not cheating. I don't have as many as on display really, and I don't buy them as consistently as I used to. I get a lot of the knockoff ones, and I really enjoy those.
Like
the Magtint. I really enjoy Magtint. I think he's really great. And the mechanical. Yeah, I haven't opened Quicksilver yet. The mechanical is great. The cable is so great. Haunted Knight is the third one. Yeah, that's the third one.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's the same deal. It's not like a big long miniseries.
I still want to check that out.
Yeah. And I don't know, did Haunted Knight come out before
Dark Victory?
Dark Victory and Long Halloween? I feel like Haunted Knight came out, and it wasn't like the third one of a thing. I feel like it came out maybe before. I can't remember.
I still need to check it out because Long Halloween is like one of my favorite Batman stories.
Whatever happened to the leader in the Hulk MCU? I know. He's never come back where he's been doing all this time. I totally agree. What happened there?
In a tie-in comic, they killed the leader off.
That's stupid. I was surprised that Pym showed up at the funeral. They hated Stark, plus I wish the girl Tony was with showed up at the funeral also wouldn't, or has Cap at the funeral. I feel like the Pym showed up because they hated Howard Stark, but not so much Tony Stark. They knew what Tony had done for everyone, and so they were there to do that. It was the first one. Yeah, okay, cool. That's what I thought. It was the first one they did together. It was a collection of 3 mini stories. Okay. Yeah, all focusing around Halloween. It's sort of a teaser for Long Halloween. I've heard. Totally. Yeah, that makes sense to me because I knew that the 2 major books were Dark Victory and Long Halloween, and that one was just kind of a little thing. Haunted Knight was Levin Sales' earliest Batman work. Then came Long Halloween, Dark Victory, and then Catwoman went in Rome. Yeah, I forgot about Catwoman in Rome. Thank you. There's also Superman for All Seasons they did together, and I really liked Superman for All Seasons.
That Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale together?
It is. It's a 4 prestige format book series, and I thought that was a lot of fun.
I'll have to check that out because I really like when they do stuff together. It's a lot of fun.
James, did you like Hellboy 1 where Hellboy vs. Samurai 2 is subway scene? I did like Hellboy 1, David. I did like that. Okay, are we caught up on stuff?
I think so.
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
We talked about...
I saved some pictures on my phone.
If we talked about something that we said we were going to talk about and we didn't talk about it, let me know because
we didn't
I can't
have
remember.
pickups this week, did we?
I bought the Beast Head online.
Yeah,
that was the only thing
we talked about that.
I bought, though, yeah.
The Macho Man, the Mattel Macho Man looks cool. The
Slim Jim
one.
Slim Jim one, that's a cool exclusive.
Yeah.
We're doing Macho Man from the old Slim Jim commercials.
He's showing me, but I don't.
You don't understand because when I was a kid, Macho Man would do all these snap into a Slim Jim commercials. It was a big thing like snap into a Slim Jim, and so he was like the spokesman for Slim Jims, and so they're doing a packaging that looks like a Slim Jim packaging with a Macho Man holding Slim Jims. So it's a Slim Jim like a crossover figure.
No.
It should really come with Slim Jims.
Should.
Those things last for a while, so they could be put in that package and still be good, even if it became a vintage figure.
That's what's gonna be in Apocalypse.
There was something about Ghostbusters I wanted to. I thought thought was coming up.
There were some animated statues that I saw.
Animated statues, but that wasn't it.
There's a
Something
slime
else.
pack.
I can't remember. I like the MCU, but sometimes the overuse of humor kind of takes me out of it. I totally agree, Mr. Scary 90. I felt like in Endgame, I thought Infinity War handled the humor really well, but in Endgame, it was a little too much. Like, it was scenes where I was like, I could do without this, like, the America's butt jokes. I was like, this is unnecessary. This wouldn't happen right now. So, yeah, I thought that was... How do you feel in Picard? I thought the Picard trailer was really neat. And if they get more of the cast members back, a Picard series could be a lot of fun. But it all depends on if they're really invested in bringing Picard and having him do something, and if the cast comes back, if they're really doing something, and it's not just Picard's here, but really this person's in command, and these guys are here, but it's just a guest, and these guys are really the ones that are driving force of the show. I want Picard and that team together. Red Letter Media did this really cool review of a Picard show that they would want to see, and his ideas are the show I want.
I still haven't watched that one.
It was really good.
Yeah.
So Red Letter Media, look that up. I think I don't know if it's called or not, but look for their little whole thing about the Picard series. Let's see. Of all the Jeff Loeb Tim Sale books, Superman for All Seasons is hands down my favorite. I'm glad to read that, man. I don't think it. People don't give that one enough credit. Everybody always talks about Dark Victory and Long Halloween.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Superman for All Seasons just kind of gets pushed aside, and I really love it. I think the art on it's great. I think the story's great. It's really fun. JCC says, to me, superheroes are inherently fun and goofy, so I got no issues with humor in the MCU. I feel like comic book characters like Batman or more of a dark vigilante is where humor's a no-go. That's a good point. Oliver S says, hey Blaze, I know this was a few weeks ago, but what are your thoughts on the Hellboy comic with Lobster Johnson as a wrestler or something?
I haven't read it yet, but I still need to read that, but...
Yeah. I flipped through it, and I thought it was interesting. It's like a luchador thing or something like that.
Interesting. I love Hellboy, though. It's one of my favorite comics, so...
Did you see Batman vs. Team NT, and did you like it? I still haven't picked it up, and my friend Kyle, who comes into the shop, the Transformers guy, he was asking, actually, this past Saturday, he's like, did you watch it? I'm like, I didn't watch it. We need to get it. Everybody keeps talking about how good it is. I'm buying it this week. That's it.
This week?
I'm buying it this week.
Oh, sweet.
I'm buying it this week. It's going to get watched this week.
Whoever said that just did me a favor.
You've done a favor. I'm going to buy it this week. I was just going to rent it, but I'm like, you know what? We're going to want that. We're going to want that movie. I'm buying it. Which Pixar do you like? That's a good question. Incredibles 1 is probably my favorite.
Incredibles 1 or Up is my favorite.
What's the Venom question about? Venom question mark.
Venom.
The
Just
movie?
Venom.
Venom?
I haven't seen the movie.
I've
What's
seen
up? Venom? You didn't see Venom?
I haven't watched
No,
it.
he's
We
never
haven't. I
watched
never
it.
watched
Oh,
it.
you watched it?
You
I
guys
watched it with you in
yours.
theaters.
Oh, we saw it, yeah.
I
But
don't
you
know.
were
I
doing
was
something else.
That week, yeah.
Yeah. You probably hate sitting at home hating on Venom. You're like, I ain't seen no Venom.
No, I want to see this.
I
We
want to see
have
a
it.
Venom movie.
We have it, right? I think
Yeah,
we have it. I got it. Yep.
Okay. There's
He
no
didn't
reason
want to
to
watch
have
it
seen
again.
it.
Maybe this is the guy that got Bane turned on. This Robert Justa fan. He's like, want some Venom? What about Toy Story? I like Toy Story.
Yeah, that one's great.
Predator,
I like
new
Toy
one,
Story 3.
like it. Didn't
Haven't
watch.
seen it.
I'm loving your like one word questions where you have to like
Predator?
try and figure out what's going on. Venom, Predator. We didn't watch the new one. I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
Yeah, I
So
love the first one though. First one's one of
The
the
original
best
Predator's
action
great.
movies of all time.
Predator 2 I actually enjoy parts of too,
Never
And
watched it.
Predators.
and Predators I actually enjoy. I think Predators is
Wait,
way
have you seen
underrated.
Predator 2 or Predators?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
we've
just
ne-
saying he
we've
likes
never seen
Predator.
either.
Yeah, Predators is underrated. Predators is better than people give it credit for. But Predator the original is so great. Tom Hardy Bane or Tom Hardy Venom? Definitely Tom Hardy Venom.
Haven't seen either of them.
Tom Hardy Venom for sure way better than Tom Hardy Bane. Robert Justafan loves Bane though. I love Bane the character. I just don't think that Tom Hardy as Bane. I guess the Bane character didn't work in Dark Knight Rises to me.
I've
Yeah.
seen one.
The only way I'd watch the Venom movies if alcohol is involved, and I don't even drink. Dude, the Venom movie is fun. You should give it a chance. It's not high art. It's not great. It's not it's not like Batman '89 or
No.
the original Spider-Man movie or one of those movies that's like Logan or something where you're going expecting a lot. If you just go in and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna have fun watching Venom be Venom when he becomes Venom, then you'll enjoy it. The first Predator movie is the manliest movie ever made. It is indeed. Batman and Robin Bane, or Batman the Animated Series Bane, definitely Batman the Series Bane. Tom Hardy was Bane in name only. I completely agree with that. I'm not sold on the new Terminator trailer at all. Bummer. First Predator's classic. Yeah, we talked about the Terminator thing earlier in the show, and I also am not sold on the new Terminator.
The new Rambo looks way better.
The new Rambo looks good. The new Terminator, I don't know.
No.
Muffle, 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 muffle. Batman goes, huh? Batman swear to me, muffle, muffle, muffle. Batman goes, huh? Yeah,
That's accurate.
Yep.
That's accurate.
There was some quote that Christopher Nolan had about like, if you can't understand it, I shouldn't have to like babysit you or something. There was some like down talking terminology he used.
I'm not the biggest fan of him anyway. I think
About
he's
people
kind
that
of overrated.
complain about not
I
understanding
think
me.
Christopher Nolan's a little bit overrated.
Yeah.
Dunkirk was good. I like that.
I just got the quarter scale NECA Batman Begins, and I love it. So I'm thinking of asking for the quarter scale Keaton Batman. Hoping I get a custom cape with it for Christmas. Hopefully it won't be cheaper then. The quarter scale Batman is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
The Keaton Batman is killer, man. But yeah, you definitely need a custom cape for him. The Hot Toys one with the custom cape. Yeah, the Hot Toys one is awesome as well. You need that custom cape. Am I the only one who hates when Bane has his mouth and nose showing? I know it looks so weird to me for the full legendary mask. I agree with you too.
Yeah.
I didn't like that in the Batman animated series
Yeah,
that
that
had
was
it
weird.
removed, but they were going for that
And
total
it seems like it
luchador
was
look.
making fun of Nightfall.
It was, but I mean, a lot of that was the thing is they didn't like the idea of this Bane character coming in and just wrecking Batman. But I like Nightfall, and I like the way Chuck Dixon built up Bane
Yeah,
to
it's
be
like
something.
he's always been like smarter than they portray him in anything too. Bane is a smart bad guy and he's strong.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing.
I wish Neca did a quarter scale Godzilla or Ant-Man. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The
That'd
quarter
be cool.
scale of Ant-Man would be really cool.
Yeah. Quarter scale Godzilla would be
That'd
awesome.
be cool too.
Be tough to do a quarter scale Godzilla though. That'd be more like a
Yeah.
one like
Just the 18-inch Godzilla.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
a quarter scale Godzilla would be ginormous. We do need a Hellboy 3 movie. It's a shame it'll never happen because
that
they threw that out when they went to do a reboot. Okay, so I think we're all caught up. I don't know how long we've been going. It's probably been for a while.
Been a while.
It's
almost
9:50.
Oh yeah, then we gotta wrap it up, man. We've been at this for
And
too long. We gotta leave you guys
hour
alone. Okay, so I think it's good. It's a good cutoff point. We've caught up on all the questions. Thanks everybody for joining us. Like I said, we're gonna try to do this every Sunday at 8:30. My wife's probably part of the show is gonna be coming on in a second here, where I scoot out of the picture. Hey, happy Father's Day, and anybody else that's joining here. Any dads out there? Any dads to be? All that stuff. The first graphic novel I wrote was Batman vs. Bane, and I have over 30 graphic novels, so Bane holds a sweet spot for me. That's awesome, dude. You guys are great. Everybody that joined us today is great. Everybody that joined us in the previous live streams are great. Really appreciate everybody coming on and interacting. This wouldn't work if people didn't come on here and leave questions and talk to us. It would just be us staring at each other like, you guys like boogers? Thank you guys so much for jumping in and interacting. If you come in every Sunday night at 8:30 and talk to us, we'll talk back to you.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
Getting
really
to
cool.
interact with people.
Have a good night, guys. See you next week. Same to you, Oliver. There's another question. Which Batman creative team do you like better, Grant Brayfogle or Chuck Nolan? I love Chuck Dixon, so I gotta go Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan. I mean, Brayfogle is like awesome. I love Brayfogle, and I wish I could do Chuck Dixon Brayfogle there. And Grant's great too, but Chuck Dixon's the tops. Okay. Thanks, Briscoe. These are for you, dude. Great stream. Love these. Thanks, JCC. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna sign off on this. We'll see you guys next week. Bring some toy news, some questions, and stuff like that. Just gonna.
Yes,
go this
same
way.
bad time, same bad channel.
See you, Kyle. Later. Just gonna scoot right over here. Scoot over here until you can't see me anymore. And I'm just gonna go around here. Just go.